Welcome back. Hello, everyone. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. This is a special bonus episode because two cool things are happening for me this week. I am Grayson Knight, and this is Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. If you've listened to my interview with Jesse Cole, owner of the Savannah Bananas, you might remember at the end of my interview, I learned that my Aunt Zette had just recently got me tickets to Banana Camp the week of Christmas. And that's this week. And another fun thing is I get to spend time with my sister and my cousins. So since we're here together, I thought it'd be fun to interview my cousin Zander, who loves playing baseball as much as I do. Not only that, he and his brother Brett are also big fans of the Savannah Bananas. I wanted to take some time to learn more about Zander and his love of baseball. Zander, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, Grayson. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. So I know we spent Christmas together, but my listeners don't know anything about you. So let's tell everyone how old you are and where you're from.
I am from Houston, Texas. I am 10 years old and I love baseball. It's my passion and it's so fun to play.
So you play 10U baseball, but I've heard you have played 11U and 12U before, right?
Yes, so it's been up and down. For my first team, I played 12U and then back right down to 10U. I started playing 10U when I was 8 years old.
That's awesome. So what's the name of your team or organization?
My organization is the Scorpions Baseball. They're a really fun organization. They have like Christmas parties and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice. So you said you've had a few teams. What was the cause of having a few teams?
Well, so some of my teams were like kind of like let me down, but my first team was the Iron Finns, but we switched right to the Scorpions. And so I started playing Orwell at first, and like I was on a few different teams for Orwell, and then I went to Select when I was 8 years old and started playing 10U, and then I went to the Scorpions.
So for listeners, Select is basically the travel ball in Houston where you live. So my listeners know my baseball story and how I first started playing rec ball when I was about 6 years old. So how old were you when you started playing baseball?
I think I was around 7.
Okay.
And like I started in the fall and I started playing Orwell, and which is like just like 10
Rec?
or 12 games. Yeah, it's rec basically.
Okay.
And so like I started with machine pitch, then I moved up to coach pitch, and I never played kid pitch in Orwell. I just went straight to select. So yeah, I was around 7 years old.
So was there another sport you played growing up?
Yeah, I played soccer.
Nice.
And I really love football, but like it's just too violent and rough, you know? I don't want to get a concussion.
Yeah. So I played soccer originally first before I played baseball. But I played one season and I didn't like it, so I transitioned to baseball. So you also have a younger brother named Brett. He's 8, and do you and Brett play baseball together or play catch at home?
We sometimes play catch. I think we played a few wiffle ball games together, but like, and I go to the park with him and play with my dad and sometimes even my mom. But yeah, we play sometimes, but usually it's just catch.
Nice. So my sister and I used to play catch a lot, but since now I'm getting older, I throw a lot harder. But she can catch and throw pretty well. Do you think that's awesome for her?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. She's 9 years old and she can already throw hard and catch.
Speaking of girls playing baseball, I interviewed a 13-year-old girl named Addie, who I've played a few times. She's really, really good at baseball. That interview comes out next month. But I was wondering if you've been playing again with or against any of your girls in Houston.
I haven't played an all girls team, but I played some girls and select. There's been a few. There hasn't been much girls on other teams. There's no girls on my team.
Okay. So what is the most fun thing for you about baseball?
The most fun thing I would have to say outfield, and because I love catching and I love throwing people out, and like so the most fun thing would probably be catching pop flies.
I love outfield, but I like running around. I mean, I like catching. I'm good at catching. But I like running around too. It's super fun when you get to dive for balls. So do you need to be winning to have fun, or are you having fun no matter what?
I just even if we're losing and I'm playing the sport I love, I'm playing baseball. I love baseball. So this if I'm losing by a bunch, I might get a little sad, but then I try to cheer myself up by like playing baseball and then like baseball is a sport I love. I love it. And if I'm winning, then it's a double win.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you've seen when a kid strikes out or he throws his bat at or helmet at the ground and like gets a fit. So what do you see sometimes? What do you see sometimes from other players that isn't fun?
The worst that probably has happened is someone came in and literally threw the helmet around and like threw it everywhere in the dugout. And like it really wasn't fun. And there's been a few times where bats have been thrown down and stuff. But I really don't like that.
That's
Come on,
terrible.
it's just a strikeout. Like you'll get another at bat
Or something else,
or
maybe not a
something else,
strikeout.
maybe a play or something.
So do you ever say anything to another player that is not having fun or is acting up? Like say something good about them?
So there's one kid named Giovanni and he struck out, I think, and he was pitching that game. And so we really needed him because he was the best pitcher on our team. And so I came over and I talked to him and I said, it's just a strikeout and we need you on the mound. You are the best pitcher we got.
Nice.
It's all or nothing.
That's awesome. So let's talk about where you grow up and how your life looks like. So you're a big Houston Astros fan. I can tell, obviously. But since you're here, I want to ask you, how did you handle learning about the Astros cheating from 2017 to 2019?
I was really upset and I didn't forgive them until like 2021. I tried to forgive them really quickly, but I couldn't. And I heard like a lot of bad things about them, which some of them weren't true, but some of them were also true. And I'm not a fan of the cheating scandal, but I've learned to forgive them and like Jose Altuve and Josh Reddick, they were the two lowest people who cheated, like they barely cheated, and Jose Altuve gets booed so much, and I get a little bit upset about that, but yeah, I handled it. I handled it probably better than others, but and also worse than others.
So how were you able to forgive them?
I was able to forgive them because I learned that the team would just move on, and like I tried to work the mental game and just try to forgive them. And I was able to, and now I love them again.
Okay, so let's move past regular baseball and talk banana ball and the Savannah Bananas. So when did you first learn about the bananas?
I think I first learned them. It was either on your podcast, like your with Kyle Lewis and Bill Roy, or like I saw some videos of them, and I'm like, wow, what a cool team. And then when they started getting it like social media, and I learned about them and I started to grow more about them. So the first time I probably learned was probably I saw some videos and then I was like, wow, this is awesome. And they don't even play regular baseball rules. Banana ball.
Speaking of that, they have 9 rules that you don't find in regular baseball. So want to go through those rules with me, or do you want to say them?
I don't know all of them.
Okay.
I definitely don't know all of them in order.
Okay, I got it. So for the first one, every inning counts. Do you want to explain that, or should
I? So if the party animals score 4 runs and then the bananas don't score any, the party animals get 1 point because they won that inning. But if the bananas score 1, but the party animals don't score any, then the bananas won that point.
So what he's talking about is every inning, the team with the most runs scored gets 1 point, and first to 5 wins or the 2-hour time limit, which they have. And speaking of that, number 2 is every games have a 2-hour time limit. Do you like that?
I like the flow of the game, but I also like I like longer games. I just like this like staying there longer. But the party's not over when the game is like done. Like they still are partying hard out there on like outside and they're grilling burgers and stuff like that. So I'm fine with it.
That's cool. So number 3, batters can't step out of the batter's box or at the strike. I like that one, but I like that one. But do you?
I love that. I love it. It keeps the flow of the game going, and like when the batters step out, it's a strike, and it's at first when I heard of it, I thought it was really funny because like a lot of batters step out. So I love it, and I love the flow that it has.
I think they should add that, but with like a twist, like they lose a challenge or anything. I think a strike is a little bit too much, in MLB. And number 4 is no bunting. They say bunting is not fun, and if a player bunts, they get thrown out of the game.
Yeah, actually today in banana camp, we actually saw a video of like someone tried to bunt, like someone from the bananas, and they got ejected, and it was funny, and like I like that rule also.
Number 5, a batter can try to steal first base on a pass ball or a strikeout or wild pitch, drop third strike. You like that one?
I do. I feel like you should steal any base that you want, and when it gets past the catcher, go for it, go all the way.
I kind of like that. I think they should add that in Little League because I'd have like a billion stolen bases. I think that'd be really cool. So number 6, there are no walks, but I like this one, but it can be very complicated because if there's a ball 4, the runner has to sprint around the bases, and all 9 players have to touch the ball in order to get that ball in play. So the runner can go as many bases as you want, and that's really cool.
Yeah, the sprint. A walk turns into a sprint, and you can go any of the bases that you want, but all 9 players have to touch the ball.
Number 8 and my favorite rule. Number 7. Sorry, number 7. No mound visits. I think it just speeds up the game.
Yeah, it does. It does. And like I said, I like the flow of the game.
And number 8, my favorite one. And I think a lot of the fans agree. If a fan catches a foul ball, the batter is out.
Yes, I do love that rule. Putting fans first, and literally putting fans in the game. Catch a foul ball, you're out.
I think if they added that in MLB, I think it would happen like every single foul ball because there's so many fans in the game.
Yeah, and it would like rock it up because all the fans would want to try to catch a foul ball.
And last one, if the game is tied when the time runs out, there is a 1v1 showdown. So we do this every single time when we're in the camp. So do you like that one? I'll explain it after you say.
Yeah, I like the showdown because you get to like the one person on the field and one person only, and that person, if it gets hit to the outfield, you better start sprinting because the hitter has to run around the bases as fast as they can, and it's fun because I love it more when it's a tie because I love the showdown. It's cool.
So there's one fielder and a pitcher and a batter, and the batter has to hit the ball as far as he can, and hopefully they don't hit a pop up or like a weak ground ball because once you hit it, you have to start sprinting unless it's a foul ball, obviously.
Yeah.
But you have to start sprinting and see if you can make a home, and if they do, that's a point. But if you hit a real home run, I think that's also a point too, which is really cool. We've done 3 days of Bananas Camp so far, 2 to go. Do you think that this has been incredibly fun?
Oh yeah, the most fun that I've ever played baseball, and not even baseball, it's banana ball, and we get to do a showdown. So first we get to do like stations and like different stations, and then we get to do banana ball after. Like we get to play against a team, and like it's always, even if one team won, then it's always a showdown right after.
That's awesome. So what we do is we do warm-ups and then we go to stations and then we do banana ball and then we do showdowns. So there's like 4 things that we have to do in 3 hours. And it's just so fun because everybody gets to learn each other's names. There's so many people in costumes. It's super fun. So what has been your favorite part?
My favorite part is probably when I hit a walk-off home run in the showdown.
That's
It
awesome.
was awesome.
Mhm.
Yes. And like I was in the airplane all around the bases. It was so fun.
And like I said, there's kids from all over the country and even the world. There's a kid from Dubai. There's people from Hawaii. It's insane how many people are here.
Yeah, there's even a kid in my group from Alaska.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, it gets chilly out there. I don't know that because I'm from Texas.
You've never experienced the cold until this week.
It snowed a few times.
Yeah.
in Texas.
And you got to meet pitcher Kyle Weeks and catcher Bill Leroy. These guys are the most well-known bananas. What was it like for you meeting them and getting a ball signed?
I met Kyle first because he was just doing like check-ins and stuff, and I'm like, this is the real deal, Kyle Luis. And so I gave him a high five, and I'm like, you're awesome. And then I went in and like I met Bill Leroy, who's my favorite player, and I got a hug from him. And when I said, "You're my favorite player," and he said, "No, you're my favorite player," and that really warmed my heart.
So it has been an awesome time here, but we're gonna wrap up the interview with some not so rapid fire questions. You can answer with as much or as little info as you want. You ready? Okay. So why do you wear number 44 as a number?
Because of Hank Aaron and my one of my favorite players on the Houston Astros, Jordan Alvarez.
Oh, that's awesome. What is your walk-up song? I heard you have walk-up songs.
Oh yeah, I had a few. Sometimes there's like serious ones, like "Don't Stop Believing." That's my favorite song. And sometimes there's like I'm just kidding around, so I did "We Don't Talk About Bruno" as one. And I also really like rock songs. So one of them was "Rock You Like a Hurricane."
Nice. That's awesome. So I had a few. Like I have a few different personalities. If I'm feeling silly, I do Never Gonna Give You Up. If I'm feeling serious, I do. What do I do? I do Venom by Eminem. And if I'm just feeling cool, I do. Oh shoot, it's by AJR. Bang Bang Bang. That's what it's called. That by AJR. What's your least favorite chore to do at home? Mine's all of them, but what's yours?
Probably because this comes up more often. It's the most annoying chore is probably folding laundry and putting it away.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to sort it out
Mhm.
and then give it to my brother so
Yeah.
that he can go to his room.
I can agree. Who is your favorite baseball player?
George Springer, he plays center, which is my favorite position, and he also played with the Houston Astros. I was heartbroken. I mean, heartbroken when he went to the Blue Jays, and I was really sad, but also mad, and I was like, how was he getting away? And he's just an awesome player.
That's awesome. So what do you love about playing outfield?
I love throwing people out. That's probably my favorite. But I also love catching pop flies. It's so fun and it has the thrill of catching it and like you're out.
So here's some about the camp. What's your favorite station there?
My favorite station is probably the home run derby. You can just blast them out and it's really fun because and also my favorite player Bill Leroy is pitching to you. And it's really fun.
Mine is wall ball, even though I didn't do it for the first 2 days, and I did it one time, today, and it was really fun, and I won games, and then they had to do wall sits, so I'm happy. But I think another one is trick pitching. But today we got to do trick pitches, and then we got to do velo, and I topped that at 68.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
So what is your favorite costume you saw?
Oh, it's either the pineapple man. He was here to he was wearing a
Yeah, he
little
was sitting next to
pineapple.
me.
and the karate one was pretty cool. And then the guy with the horse suit was probably my favorite.
He was also sitting next to me. I think mine is Perry the Platypus, who was yesterday's, or Banana Man.
Oh,
Banana Man. So who is your favorite player or coach or counselor right at the camp?
Well, besides Bill Leroy, probably he's just my coach, Coach West. He's cool. He also coaches wall ball, and like they're all teaming up against me, trying to get me out. And for the first time, I got out twice today, and I hadn't gotten out. I hadn't got out at all in like the 2 days, and then today I got out twice, and they were all like screaming.
They were going crazy. Nah.
Yeah.
Well, not nice for you, but nice for them.
I won so much times that they had to give me like a break, and they said after he wins 2 games, you get a victory break.
Okay. So what's your favorite baseball movie? I know we were just watching a Sandlot. Is that your favorite?
No, it's actually Moneyball. Moneyball.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Moneyball. It has so much statistics, and I love Billy Bean, and I love how he didn't give up after he went to the majors, and then he didn't do so well there. But he didn't give up, and he's a really good GM.
And last one, what is your favorite baseball moment as a player fan?
Probably, and this was at the Houston Astros Stadium. That Yuli Gurriel was on second, and then this was Star Wars Day, so Yuli Gurriel was at second, and then Garrett Stubbs hits a rocket to center field, and Yuli scores, and the whole stadium shook. Literally.
Was it like a walk-off?
Yes, it was an off the bottom of the ninth, and there was 2 outs.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome.
Was it 2 strikes?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember too much about that day. I knew that I got to meet a stormtrooper, which was cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, cousin Zander, we did it. Do you have anything else to add, or
Actually,
any questions?
So I actually met a minor league player, but now he moved up to the majors and back to the minors. Minor league player and major league player Jake Myers. Yeah, he gave me some center field tips. So I saw him at a Space Cowboys game, and he was signing autographs, and my brother and my dad had met him, like they were over at Round Rock. So they got to meet him, and then I saw him in Sugarland, and like after the game, I asked for some tips, and he said, try to treat everything like it's a game. Like, I don't care if it's batting practice or even just normal practice. Treat everything like a game. Even if other players are fooling around and doing stuff with the ball, treat everything like a game.
That's great advice there by. Is he a major leaguer now, or is he still?
I think.
So I think I've heard the name.
Yeah, the Astros have like a bunch of center fielders that so I think he's been up and down. I think he's in the minors, but they'll probably bring him up.
That's awesome. So did you have fun?
Yes, I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Grayson.
This is a lot of fun. Good luck, Zander and his teammates in the spring. Remember, listeners, you can help my show by subscribing to Baseball Podcasts Are Fun on YouTube and Spotify, and going to my website, baseballpodcastsarefun.com. And if you want to, go visit the Scorpions on their website and their social media, because that'll be really cool to see. But please come back next week for an all-new guest. Until then, that was Zander. I am Grayson Knight, and this was Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. Don't forget to swing for the fences. See ya!